Quaneisha Fortson. I'm a top producing sales director in the Millionaires Club, and I support Streetz 99.3 and Averianna the personality.
Welcome to Streetz 993, your choice for hip hop and R&B. I am your host, Averianna the personality. Y'all, today's guest is a registered nurse on the south side of Chicago, here to discuss her partnership with the Millionaires Club and their initiative to bring financial literacy into the communities, y'all. She is Quaneisha Fortson. How are you?
What's up? I am super duper excited to be here, especially back in my hometown, and most importantly with you, one of my A1s since day one. My sister, we, bonded many years ago as majoress for Whites Creek. So it's just exciting to see you, your growth. I love it, the energy.
Thank you. I'm excited to see everything you're doing for the community. You're coming back to the city, giving back. Tell us, for those who don't know you, please first and foremost introduce yourself to the streets.
All right. My name is Quaneisha Fortson. I'm 27 years old. I'm originally from Nashville, Tennessee, and I basically just deal with everybody who's tuning in has either been encouraged to do, has already done, or is currently pursuing. And that is, I went to college. I went to Hampton University in 2011, graduated with my bachelor's in nursing in 2015, and moved to Chicago immediately after with two goals. I wanted to, of course, seek employment. My dream hospital was the University of Chicago. And I wanted to own my own home. That was really taught in my household. My parents owned their first homes in their early 20s, and I'm a Southern Belle, so I didn't want to be living in these big skyscrapers, with all these city folk.
See, I think I'm gonna turn into a city girl, because I'm like, put me downtown at the top, please put me downtown.
I mean, we share that now, but then it's 21. I was like, I'm a little scared.
I got you. So let's talk about the importance of financial literacy.
Well, it's near and dear to my heart because, everybody in our generation will have hashtag adults in this ghetto, and it's partly because it's just hard out here when you've never been taught how to handle money, and it contributes so much to your everyday life, credit, taxes, just wealth-building principles. How about just getting a job? Like, all of that is important. Once you're over the age of 18, you get a reality check, especially if you don't go to college. You in a bubble for 4 years if you did. And so it's important. And unfortunately, it wasn't taught in schools. Some people take personal finance courses, but I've rarely come across a person that took a class, Wealth 101. And that dictates a lot of our life. And being in the hospital, I saw stressors coming from the financial backbone. People just really didn't know how to move, and it caused a lot of stress, and it ultimately manifested in their health. So I just became passionate about it.
So now explain to us the importance of credit and why it's so important right now during this time.
Well, first and foremost, let me just start by saying that credit is a 3-digit score that says something about your integrity. It says something about money management, and because of that, it pretty much dictates life in 2021. Good credit makes it easier to get opportunities. Like, employers are checking credit scores now. You can't get new home. It's hard to put a roof over your head. Not just home ownership, but just getting an apartment complex, renting. And it was really in perspective for me when I was talking to a mother of 3 who her youngest kid had a cell phone, an iPhone to be exact, a $1,100 phone at 5 years old. And it's like every kindergartner has a phone. And do you know, their parents' credit had to be ran to get it? And if they didn't have a certain score, then they had to most times pay a deposit of $250 or more. And so when I looked and did the research, I realized that in 2008, most families was losing, their homes, going into foreclosures over something as small as $240. And here you are trying to get a phone to communicate with your kid, and you got to put that down for a deposit. So when I start really understanding, we grew up in a generation where our grandparents passed down that cash is king, but coming from a long line of entrepreneurs, even me, people who are good at making money, nobody taught me about credit. And it really impacted my early adulthood.
Yeah, okay. So I'm over here like mind boggling. I'm like, wow, oh my gosh, like this is true. This is true, and this is great for our community, the streets, to hear this type of information, because this is why we have entrepreneurship. That's why we have all of us in every aspect to learn the trade, so we can come back and teach it to our people. So now, what's this turn your rental history into a trade line? Because I got good rapport in that area.
Yes. So we have a product called Credit My Rent. And so what a lot of people don't understand is that you pay residual bills every month, and all of them aren't reported to your credit report. So unless you live in a major complex that is controlled by a major property management company, you're paying their rent every 30 days, 9 out of 10 on time, and it's not giving you any credit towards your credit score. Like, it's not being reported. And so what we do is we're able to take your credit history, put it on your report, and we can backdate it as late as 2 years. So you can put 2 years on your credit history report, and it can basically raise your score by 35%. And so for people like people fresh out of high school, you just got that new apartment, or fresh out of college, and you need to build your credit, that's the number one product in helping people build their credit.
Okay. Well, see, something I didn't know. So you can use your rental history to boost your credit score. So that's amazing. Sure. So tell us how we can profit out of off of all this information that you have given us today.
Okay, so first and foremost, credit could be leveraged to follow your dreams. So at the very most basic, simple level, like, you should just invest in yourself to improve your credit score. You know what I'm saying? So one of my mentors, a leader of the Millionaires Club, her name is Ashley Cooper. She is a phenomenal woman. I mean, a 7-figure earner in her industry, a mother of 3. She has a group called the Marvelous Women that I'm a part of, where she just caters, pours, and mentoring to young women. But she shares her story, and she says that, she was a teenage mother, and she says that proudly, but she says that because she just illustrates that she didn't go to college. And so she was, fortunate enough to say, I'm going to be an entrepreneur. And at 21, she opened up her own insurance agency, but it was leveraged off of her credit. So, I mean, it wasn't because she had this book of contacts. It wasn't because, she had all this work history, or that she had $1 million in the bank. But it was basically like her leveraging her credit score. And so that was significant to me. But on the grand scheme of things, the Millionaires Club is expanding. And specifically to Nashville, where we're actively not recruiting everybody, not looking for everybody, but just for a significant group of movers and shakers who want more out of life. And we're really showing them how to use credit and partnering with our movement and really earning an extra stream of income, and it's been really taking off. So I've been coming here almost on a bi-monthly basis, and I'm proud teaming up with people in the community who just really want more out of life.
Yeah. Okay, that's what's up. So tell us your personal goals for the collaboration that you have with the Millionaires Club. Tell us some numbers that you're seeking to hit or meet, as far as really educating and finding those group of people who deem the right mindset to be a part of the Millionaires Club.
Absolutely. So I'm gonna just start with my personal goals, and I'm gonna move into the Millionaires Club mission and vision. My personal goal on the simplest level is to create 100 homeowners this year.
Okay.
And it's because owning my home changed my mentality, and how I live. My homeowner process went from a 1-year to a 3-year process just because I didn't understand credit. And I wasn't necessarily in a worse position. I mean, I was a nurse. I had proof of income. I had stayed with my grandma, saved up a down payment. I had did everything that people generally tell you to do, but because my credit profile was empty and I didn't really know what that means, which basically means that, no credit is sometimes worse than bad credit. You know what I'm saying? It cost me so much heartache, but money and time. And so I just want to ease that headache, especially right now when interest rates are low And people are really being more conscious. COVID made people more conscious, and so my goal is to help 100 people, and a great portion, because this is my hometown, because this is my city that raised me, should come from this area. And then amongst that, like, I personally want to help mentor people in entrepreneurship. I've been blessed to link with the powerful people of the Millionaires Club. They're located in all 50 states. And we're just looking for people who truly want more out of life, like I've been saying, and to add value to their lives and help others. That's what it's all about. And so we want to create people who we want to partner with people who see themselves making significant income, because that's part of it. You know what I'm saying? I can lead you to the water, but will you drink it? You know what I'm saying? But as the Millionaires Club, our mission and vision is to create 1,000 millionaires within the next decade. And we like to ask people, will you be one? And what does it take to partner with the Millionaires Club? First of all, it takes you to make a decision. You know what I'm saying? It takes you to just understand that in this process you're going to be coachable. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be willing to learn, but you also going to have a sincere heart for helping people, because if you don't have a heart for helping people, that's how we win. And I know that a great portion of them are going to come from the Nashville market, because I'm dedicated to my hometown. I'm dedicated to see us as a people get a piece of the pie here. It's so much money in Nashville that people are sleep on.
It's definitely a lot of businesses investing into the city.
It's a gold mine.
And
it's time for us to get a piece of the pie. It's time for us to come to the table and just not talk about what we want to actually achieve.
Quaneisha, it has been a pleasure to speak with you here today. Tell us how we can find you on social media, and how we can find more information to partner with you guys, if that's something that our viewers want to do.
Absolutely. Well, first and foremost, you can follow me on Instagram at Dr. Nurse Nisha. You can find me on Facebook as Quaneisha Fortson. You can find the Millionaires Club at jointhemillionairesclub.com under the leadership of our fearless leaders, Mr. Jonathan Jones out of the Atlanta market. They have 30 years of experience of working with people, specifically in advisory, multi-million dollar earners. You also have the leadership of Ashley Cool, who I spoke about earlier, a 7-figure earner, devoted to really helping people win out of life. And then Mr. Marshall Ford, and a lot of you know him as Groove. That's his industry name. He owned and operated Groove Wear here a while back on Clarksville Highway. He made multiple millions in 3 separate industries. And I've seen him make $1 million, lose $1 million, make it back, and inspire thousands to do the same. But most importantly, mentor over 5 people to do the same thing he did. So follow us, reach out to us. We got your back.
Y'all, that was Quaneisha Fortson with the Millionaires Club right here.